it going? My name is Joseph Shackelford. I play violin for Dylan, and one of my favorite things about Dylan, and one of the things that drew me to his music, is first of all his testimony. His music has a message, and he's saying something through his lyrics, and I really like that.
Hi, my name is Sean. I'm the band leader and bassist for Dylan Jarvis, and I am doing this because I think Dylan's songs can make a difference. I think they're incredible. They'll get people moving. It's really fantastic stuff, and I'm very excited to be a part of it.
I grew up in Memphis, Tennessee, and I always had a guitar in my hand from the time I was a little bitty boy. And my dad was preaching the gospel at the time, and my parents were separated. My mother was battling addiction, and so I kind of had two calls at the same time on my life, and I had God calling me, and then these other struggles would pull me this way, and I kind of fell towards the other direction. I went through a really serious drug addiction from the time I was 12 years old to 23 years old. I was hooked on drugs really bad. At 23 years old, I ended up getting in an altercation with a guy. I ended up picking up some buddies of mine. They sent me in a house to get some narcotics, and when they did, a guy robbed me and told me he was going to kill me. And so I ended up coming out, and they stole my truck and my guitar. So I went out to my dad's farm, and for 6 months my dad prayed consistently. And I got a call on Facebook Messenger 6 months later. This guy says, "Is this Dylan Jarvis?" I said, "Yeah, this is he." He said, "I have something you might want back, my friend." I said, "What's that?" He said, "I found your guitar in the middle of a field in Memphis, Tennessee." And so he found my guitar. My guitar came home. Well, I ended up meeting this young man named Brandt. When I met him, he was pretty bad on addiction, pretty bad, and he ended up introducing me to a lady. He had told me that he had somebody he wanted me to meet. Well, I walked into this little pink trailer in the middle of Oakland, Tennessee, and though it was just a huge soybean field with this little pink trailer. And when I walked in, she had black hair like all the way down her back. And she stood up and she says, "I wonder why he chose him." I said, and I'm sitting there and I was like, "What is this woman talking about?" She said, "Stand up, Dylan." I stood up. When I stood up, she placed her hand on my chest, and it felt like a lightning struck across me from the top of my left shoulder to the bottom of my right hip, and I hit the ground. When I hit the ground, she grabbed me by my face. She looked me dead in my eyes. She said, "Enjoy your life, Dylan Jarvis. I wonder what he has planned for you." 2 weeks went by. I ended up getting in an altercation with a guy, which left him fighting for his life. He was on life support for about 2 months, a month and a half, 2 months. And I was looking at 35 years in prison. I started crying out to God. I said, "I need a Bible in this cell with me." So I yelled through my pie flap. I said, "Does anybody in this pod have a Bible?" This guy said, "I'm gonna send one up to you." I said, "Okay." So he sends it up to me. The CEO hands it to me through my pie flap. When I open it up, the kid, Brandt, who introduced me to the woman who touched me, his name was written on the first page of that Bible. And I knew God was working. 2 weeks later, I ended up getting released. I heard him call over the intercom, "Dylan Jarvis, pack your bags, you're going home." I went to Bible college for 12 months, ended up graduating, came to Nashville about 4 months ago. It's just been a wild ride, and it's been fun ever since. So that's what I got for you. I remember when I first got locked in, we were on these things called 23-and-1s. You're locked up 23 hours a day, you're out 1 hour a day. But I had this sense of I'm safe in there. Because I knew I was safe from that addiction. I was safe from those drugs, And it was the most horrible looking situation that could have ever happened. But it saved my life, 100%. Now I'm here free today. My music, it really, it came from a lot of pain and a lot of hurt. That's why a lot of my music talks about addiction, or it talks about literally what I was doing when I wrote Burn Free. You throw your hands in the air to the one who makes the thunder, and literally surrendering to the one who created this place, who created the world that we stand on, and giving everything to him. And through all that hurt, when I hurt, through that pain, when I felt the pressure on my heart, when he forges us, it's like forging iron, and they got to get heated up. And I was heated, and I started writing. I started writing, and I made it 100% fact that by the time I got released, I wanted my jail cell filled with songs. They nicknamed me Songbird, and I wrote like crazy. That's my main thing is speaking words of faith out, because when you speak a word, the words go forth. They never stop ending. When you speak a word, that sound travels. And so you're literally paving your own road ahead of you with what you speak out of your mouth. So I want to encourage everybody to speak positive things, not negative things. Speak peace, love, and joy, and happiness. Good stuff, good fruits of the Spirit, good things. Speak out of your mouth. Try not to speak no negative. Negative energy, when you put that out there, it'll wreck your life, and I'm 100% positive it will. So speak good things, and I want to encourage everybody, if you're battling addiction, just to go in your word and talk to God like a friend. I mean, like, tell him straight up, like, dude, what is up? I need you. Like, where are you at? And he will come in and he will wreck your life, but with the biggest love and the biggest hug that you've ever seen.